Uh, uh, where am I? I'm scared. I just woke up and there's a lawyer staring at me. Hi, everybody. It's me. It's time to play more Great Ace Attorney. Also, before we start, sorry, I'm just gonna tab right over here for a second. So I guess we need to talk about Nintendo Direct a little bit. We're not gonna linger on it too long, but I figured we should at least touch on some things for a moment. So Deltarune Chapter 5 had its release date announced, and it was a lot sooner than I expected it would be. It's in like 2 weeks. So that's interesting. I wanted to go ahead and get ahead of the questions because I knew that some people would probably ask me about it. In terms of if I'm going to be streaming it or whatever. Like I streamed the other chapters. The answer to that question is yes, I will, but as with my previous chapter streams of the game, it will not be a stream of my first playthrough, which means that you're probably not going to be seeing a stream of it on release day or like that week or anything like that. It'll probably be a little bit after that because Deltarune is just a very personal game to me. It means a lot to me, and I don't really want to have that experience in front of a bunch of people, honestly. Not only just because of like backseating and stuff like that, but also generally, I don't know. It's just kind of like, I don't know. They're very emotional experiences for me. I like to have them on my own accord and just kind of in my own privacy and have my thoughts and feelings and reactions and all that by myself. I don't need to perform it for people, you know? But yeah, so I will stream it eventually, just not immediately after it comes out. Also, because Deltarune has kind of been the big topic of the day for a lot of people, I feel, and because Nintendo for some fucking reason didn't feel like putting it in the American Direct, you should know that a from the ground up remake of Touhou 6, the most popular Touhou game, Embodiment of Scarlet Devil, is coming out on consoles and Steam in like 10 plus different languages, including English, in September. And you should definitely check that out. Normally, I'm not like a big remake girl. I kind of just prefer ports and preserving old games as best as possible. But this is a special exception because the source code for that game has been fucking lost for years. Like, Zune has talked about wanting to retouch up Embodiment of Scarlet Devil, but literally has not been able to because the source code for the game no longer exists. But now it's being completely remade, and it will have a modern, updated mode with like quality of life upgrades, like the current, like modern Touhou games. But it will also have a mode that tries as best as it can to recreate the classic experience. I think that's fucking awesome because Touhou 6 is one of the most influential goddamn games that has ever come out of the Dojin market. Obviously, if you like Undertale and Deltarune, Undertale has been heavily inspired by Touhou for a very long time, and obviously 6 is where most people started the series. I don't know if that's where Toby started, but I would have to assume it is. So yeah, if you've ever been a fan of shmups or Dojin games or stuff like that in general, you really owe it to yourself to go check it out. If you want to go look it up on Steam, it's Touhou Komakyo. You should be able to find it. Really cool. I may stream that in September. We'll see. But anyway, I'm gonna get to this donation real quick and then we can hop into the game. Cholin26T with the $5. Oh hey, I get to be part of the live crew today. Love your streams and vids and your general vibe. Thanks for all you do. Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay. How'd they lose that? Oh, well, Atropos, Zune is a solo developer. He made all of these games by himself, and he made Embodiment of Scarlet Devil in, like, what, like 2002 2. It was a very long time ago, and things were very different back then for him. So yeah, I don't blame him for just kind of, you know, not anticipating that he would need that later, or, you know, whatever else. Anywho, also, cybernetic silvers, or cybernetic actors now, sorry, with the 500. I'm so happy about Deltarune have my money streamer. You're so fucking valid. I am so excited for it. Oh my god. Jesus. I'm so scared too, though. I don't know if you guys read the newsletter email that came in like coincided with the announcement, but some interesting wording in there. Change to cybernetic actors. Gotcha. Yeah, god. Oh, I'm not gonna say too much, I guess, in case some people aren't caught up on Deltarune right now and don't want to know even the tiniest of things. But anyway.
Well, I never expected this. Who'd have thought we'd be back here again so soon?
We're on a study tour of Great Britain, with the intention of learning the country's legal practices. In order to research the latest court procedures here, we need as much court experience as possible.
Well, yes, I suppose that's true. But for the person in the dock, it may well be his or her only time one and only time in court, and it could be life-changing. In which case, treating it as research may seem a little crass.
Oh, when you put it like that, you're quite right.
Good morning.
Ah, yes.
Mr. Natsume. Good morning.
Oh dear. Are you alright? Your eyes are terribly bloodshot.
The early bird catches the worm, as they say here in Britain. Yes, I've heard that expression. But I really don't want to catch a worm. So I tried desperately not to wake up early! I was so worried I couldn't catch a wink! And now I'm absolutely exhausted as a result. Do all literary people take things so literally?
Thank you for putting your faith in us today, Mr. Natsume.
I wish I had 9 lives! My whole future hangs in the balance! I'm too terrified to tremble! Really? Because I can feel tremors in the floor. I can't do this! I can't take it! Although, locum student Mr. Naruhodo Esquire. Yes?
Oh, actually, you know what? Before I get any further, I didn't flip my door sign real quick. I should do that. Hold on. Okay, that should be good. Oh, I'm out of it today. You probably shouldn't be very surprised that I woke up, maybe like a couple hours ago. I haven't had a lot of time to, adjust. So forgive me if I'm a little bit slow starting off.
I caught a glimpse of the public gallery as I walked by the courtroom. It looked like the opening night of the opera. There were so many people. I had no idea my case was such a notorious affair here in London. Oh, neither did I. Do you know why that might be, Mr. Sato?
I'm sorry, Mr. Naruhodo, but I have no idea.
So that all-knowing look on your face is just coincidence then, is it? Don't hide the truth from me! It's because of the Reaper, isn't it? Lord Van Zeeks? Is that right, Mr. Sato?
I purchased as many different newspapers as I could find this morning, and yes, Lord Van Zeeks is on the front page of every one.
I knew it.
Sometime after the prosecutor was dubbed the Reaper of the Bailey, he stopped appearing in court, it seems. It's been several years now, in fact, until the day before yesterday.
Yes, Inspector Gregson told us something similar, didn't he? The trial 2 days ago marked Lord Van Zeek's return to the courtroom after a very long hiatus. The trial of Magnus McGilded. What a harrowing experience that was.
I believe that appearance made even greater waves here in the capital than today's.
We wouldn't have realized, of course, having only just arrived in the country.
Why is the Reaper back in the Bailey so soon, for what appears to be a mundane murder? That's the question the papers are asking. They're all speculating various answers.
Mundane? Mundane? It's the most significant saga of the century to some of us!
Oh dear, I meant no offense, Mr. Natsume, but that is how the papers are describing it.
Well, lest we also forget the fact that it could spark an international incident. Obviously, the reappearance of this infamous prosecutor has caught people's attention. But there's another blatant similarity with the trial of 2 days ago.
Yes, I agree.
Locum student Mr. Naruhodo Esquire, it's you! Me? Well, I suppose that's true. Both times, it's you who stands against this legendary prosecutor. It can only mean that you're friends with the Reaper! Please, don't rub shoulders with Deathspringers.
I'm afraid that there's really only one other explanation. It can only be another example, Mr. Naruhodo, of your uncommon bad luck.
Thanks for that. Oh, this is just my luck. Why must I be represented by a man with such frail fortune? By the least lucky lawyer alive! Well, let's not forget that it was you, Mr. Natsume, who asked me to represent you. Yes, it's true that I'm just a student, new to London, with little in the way of experience, or skills, or luck. But I promise you this. I will fight your corner until the bitter end, and I will believe in you, Mr. Natsume. Oh, benevolent locum student, Mr. Naruhodo Esquire.
You're not alone here with us, Mr. Natsume. Whatever happens, we will always be on your side.
No benevolent non-locum assistant, Miss Mikotoba Esquirus. I am in your debt forever! I shall never forget this great kindness for as long as I live. Mr. Natsume, counsel for the defense. The court session's about to begin. Kindly make your way into the courtroom at once. All right then, Mr. Natsume. It's time. Let's go. Yes! This is it. My second appearance in a British courtroom. And my second trial against the Reaper. I hope you're watching over me, Cosmo. Because this time, I won't let my faith waver. I'll believe in my client to the last. Just like you believed in me. I believe I can do this now. I'm ready for this fight.
Alrighty, let's go.
No, please, no, I was just about to start the trial. In the name of Her Majesty the Queen, I hereby declare this court to be in session. I now call upon the counsels for the prosecution and defense to declare their willingness to proceed. The prosecution is fully prepared, my lord. The defense is ready, my lord. The Nipponese are a truly fascinating breed. Sorry, what? Lord Strongard has told me all about you. That you're a student who arrived in London but 2 days ago. A mere amateur. Do you have a point? Being a compatriot, you feel compelled to try and help the accused, I suppose. Typical Nipponese arrogance.
Forgive me, but I do not believe arrogance is an appropriate description.
Susato-san.
After all, at our previous encounter, the defendant was found to be innocent.
Very true. And a most fascinating, if dark, trial it was, too. The tragic conclusion came later, of course. Here's to the acquitted, and his unfortunate violent end.
Thank you, consuls. I see both sides are in fine fettle. Now, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, are you ready to carry out your duties here in court as impartial members of the public?
Oh yeah, I'm sure they're gonna be so impartial.
You never know when you might be down on your luck. I believe in fair play for everyone.
Okay, so you're on the jury this time.
And I must warn you, I'm rather more ruthless than I appear.
Oh well, not me. What you see is what you get. I'm a peace-loving fella.
I'm afraid to say I think it's quite possible that mustached foreigner did the deed.
Come on, what are we waiting for? No doubt he did it anyway. Sorry, didn't quite catch that. Very well, let us proceed. Your opening statement, if you please, Lord Van Zieks.
Very recently, Great Britain signed an alliance with a rising power in the Far East. The accused in the dock today is a student from that same land, a certain Mr. Soseki Natsume. And while our country has extended this foreign student the warmest of welcomes, regrettably, the kindness has not been returned. In fact, this student's accused of a most sinister act. Of plunging a knife into the back of an innocent woman who was doing nothing but walking down the street. A knife crime? I tell you from bitter experience, those are the worst. Bloody oath they are!
Just look at that sallow complexion and short stature. He's one of those dreadful Japanese.
Wow, okay, you just really came right out with it, huh? I mean, not that most of these people tend to hold back anyway, but... yeesh.
Come on, let's get this over with. With me now, everyone. 1, 2, 3.
Sorry, didn't quite catch that.
Pray, forgive the discourtesy of smashing my hallowed chalice here in the great chamber. Allow me to call the first witness to the stand.
Very well. Bailiff, lead the inspector in, please.
Your name and occupation, please.
Yes, sir. Tobias Gregson, Detective Inspector at Scotland Yard.
Would you please summarize the events of the case for the court, Inspector?
The victim is thought to be a young woman in her 20s by the name of Olive Green.
I beg your pardon, Inspector. A thought to be?
Yes, having been stabbed in the back by her attacker's knife, the victim fell unconscious. That was 3 days ago now. She's been comatose ever since.
What? So they don't even know who she is for sure?
Comatose. I see. But her life is not in danger?
Fortunately for the Eastern student, the charge will not be murder. Pray elaborate on the details, Inspector.
Okay, interesting.
Sir, if I could ask everyone to look at this street map. As I mentioned, the incident took place 3 days ago, around 5 in the afternoon. Happened on the pavement running alongside Briar Road, a wide thoroughfare for horse-drawn vehicles. It had not long since stopped snowing as the victim, Miss Green, was walking down the street. Out of the blue, she was approached from behind by the accused and stabbed in the back. Luckily, the young lady's life was spared and she's currently being treated in one of the city's hospitals. But being unconscious as she is, we've been unable to take a statement from her, of course. This is the case file with everything we know about the victim so far.
Thank you, Inspector. The court will accept the documents as evidence, if you please.
Okay, let's take a look at that real quick. Okay. Young woman rendered unconscious following a stab wound to the back. Olive green, female, stout built, early 20s. Pavement of Briar Road, East Side. Reporting officer, Rolly Beat. Victim remains unconscious. Her name was gleaned from her personal effects. Other details are unknown. Apart from the single stab wound from the large knife, no other signs of injury were observed. The assailant was seen running away by the reporting officer and was successfully arrested the following day. Okay.
What of the weapon that was used? Sir, I have that here. It was removed from the victim's back.
Ouch. That big thing's starting to make me scared to walk down the street now.
With a heavy blade like that, almost anybody would have been able to stab the poor woman.
Even the scragged-looking Soseki-san, I suppose.
A common or garden jackknife, I'd say. Rather nondescript. Thank you, Inspector. The course accepts the blade as evidence.
Gonna definitely have to take a look at that real quick, too. Gotta get that 3D view going. Alright, so let's see. Huh. Looks like it's chipped off. Wait, can I not? I can't find anything out of place. Okay, yeah. Yeah, please open that up. Okay. Well, it just closes it. Is he not gonna comment on that at all? Guess maybe not right now. Okay, you just had to angle it, right?
Oh, look here, Mr. Naruhodo. Just at the tip. A small piece of the blade appears to be missing.
You're right. Well spotted, Mr. Sato.
Wonder what could have happened to it.
Yes. You don't think it could still be lodged in the victim, do you?
Oh dear. I do hope not. That sounds terribly painful.
Interesting. Okay.
Now then, what do we know of the motive? Money or valuables, I presume?
From what we can tell by looking at the woman's possessions, it seems like she's a poor student herself. Hard to imagine she would have had anything much worth pension, my lord.
I see. Well, in that case, we're looking at some deep-seated resentment towards the victim?
I'm afraid I couldn't say. Apart from visiting second-hand bookshops, the defendant, Mr. Natsume, doesn't appear to get out much. At this moment in time, we haven't been able to establish any sort of connection between him and the victim.
Yes!
If theft and grievance have been ruled out as the motive, what reason could Mr. Natsume possibly have had for stabbing the young woman? Yet you arrested the man in spite of that, in a totally unjustified and heavy-handed way.
Objection!
Pray forgive the discourtesy of flinging a freshly uncorked bottle into the public gallery. You're gonna, like, kill somebody like that. He's gonna be like, yeah, fuck you, flings the bottle, accidentally hits somebody square in the fucking skull. They die. Oh, I guess I'm on trial for murder now. But your words have soured its hallowed bouquet. For it's you, my learned friend, who's being heavy-handed here.
Oh, what?
Scotland Yard does not arrest people without good cause. That should be beyond question. Inspector Gregson, the prosecution calls for your formal testimony. Explain to the court precisely why the constabulary came to arrest the Nipponese student.
Yes, sir.
Alrighty.
As I said, it was 5 o'clock in the afternoon when the incident occurred. There was an unusually light fog. Visibility was reasonably good. There was no one else about but the victim and the accused. Out of the blue, the victim was stabbed from behind and subsequently collapsed onto the pavement. The accused ran off, scattering his belongings all over the floor. Those being a number of old books he just bought. He was on his way home from a bookshop, it seems. It was just a matter of working out who the books belonged to. We found the bloke to arrest him.
Old books, you say?
Yes, my lord. I have a photograph here of the scene of the crime taken immediately after the incident.
Oh my god, no. Fuck. My copy of The King in Yellow, no.
Ah, yes, I can clearly see the books to which you're referring.
It's such a like Family Guy death pose.
I will take that photographic print as an evidence, please, Inspector.
You Nipponese are a spineless breed, too cowardly to admit defeat. Denying everything despite overwhelming evidence to the contrary.
Well, I... Forgive me, Lord Van Zieks, but the defendant is not denying everything, as you put it.
What are you doing, Mr. Sato?
Do go on.
Mr. Natsume has admitted to playing some parts in the incident.
No. Psycho, she didn't die. She's only in a coma. She went comatose in that Family Guy death pose. Which is different.
Isn't that right, Mr. Naruhodo?
Well, now you mention it. When we visited him in the prison yesterday, he did tell us what had all happened.
As I was walking along that accursed pavement, I could make out the sole silhouette of another ahead of me. A woman wearing a green overcoat she was, and just as I went to overtake her, she suddenly let out a little scream and collapsed onto the cold, hard slabs of stone at my feet. I was terrified. I had to get away from there. So I ran as fast as my legs would carry me back to my accursed lodgings. A green overcoat.
Well, that's exactly what the woman in that print is wearing.
Oh my, a photographic print in full color. What will the world come up with next?
The defendant has done nothing more than admit he fled the scene of a terrifying incident. That does not mean he's guilty of the heinous crime of stabbing the woman in the back.
There was nobody else there at the time, just the two of them, the victim and the accused. In other words, there's nobody else who could possibly have stabbed the woman. A fact that the accused concedes.
It seems this cross-examination could prove to be pivotal, Counsel. Proceed, please.
Yes, my lord. Nothing for it. I have to use this cross-examination to turn the tables here. It's our only chance.
Boy, oh boy. 1 second. Actually, I gotta mute my phone so it doesn't keep bothering me. Okay, I think that should be good. Okay, as I said, it was 5 o'clock in the afternoon when the incident occurred. There was unusually light fog. Visibility was reasonably good. I'm gonna press on that.
How were you able to state that with any certainty?
Quite simply, my learned friend. Because that's what the witnesses to this crime have told us.
Ah, yes. Inspector Gregson mentioned the witness yesterday, didn't he?
That's right. One of them is a policeman, I believe, from Scotland Yard.
That's correct, ma'am.
Then we must hear their testimony.
The prosecution will, of course, call them to the stand, should it be necessary.
But wait a minute. At 5 o'clock in the afternoon in the middle of winter, it would have been dark already. No matter how light the fog might have been, no one could have seen...
I'm unaware of the situation on your tiny island in the east. But here in the capital city of Great Britain, all main roads were illuminated in the night by gas streetlight. The prosecution believes there would have been ample light by which to witness the crime.
Quite. Here in London, for the first time in history, mankind's completely conquered the darkness.
Which means we really need to hear those witness statements. If I could just get through the fog of this cross-examination, maybe we'll be able to.
It seems the counsel for the defense is taking stock. Continue with your testimony, Inspector.
Okay. On the blue, the victim was stabbed from behind.
Hold it!
From behind, you say?
That's right. As you can see from this print.
Yes, quite so, Inspector. The handle of the weapon is clearly protruding from the victim's back. And you say this poor woman, Miss Green, remains in critical condition? Comatose, no less?
I'm afraid so, my lord, yes. She's being treated at Bart. I was hopeful that she'd come round before the trial started so I could take a statement, but it wasn't to be.
Yes, that is indeed a pity. It would have been most illuminating to hear the victim's own account of events.
Luck is on your client's side, it seems.
On the contrary, my client has been exceedingly unlucky.
Your force of tone is seriously undermined by those disturbingly wide eyes, I'm afraid.
Accused ran off, scattering his belongings all over the floor. Which, yeah, I mean, he admitted to that much as well. The number of old books he just bought. Let's get a little bit more specific with that, though, too. The defendant apparently visits a second-hand bookshop on a daily basis.
Yes, so I understand. A shop full of old English literature. I commend the accused on the lofty subject matter of his scholarly attention. The bloke's room was stacked floor to ceiling with those musty old books.
Can you tell us more about the bookshop in question, please, Inspector?
Well, if I must, I'll have to ask you to look at the street map again, I'm afraid. Closest second-hand bookshop to the accused's lodgings is this place here, Bourbon Books. A little place on the corner of Briar Road in...
Mearscombe? Mearscombe? I don't know.
Mearscombe Street. As it happens, the accused is currently living in lodgings on the other side of Briar Road at the opposite end. Which means it doesn't take a genius to work out the route he would have taken home.
Mearsham? Okay. That is definitely not what I would have expected, but noted.
Something like this.
Yes, I concur with your conclusion, Inspector. The defendant would certainly have passed the scene of the crime on his way home from that particular shop.
Mr. Naruhodo, I think that what the inspector just told us could turn out to be of vital importance.
Yes, I agree. Most important point that the inspector just made being... Oh god, okay. Hold up. Bourbon Books. Since there, the lodgings are here. Okay. Ah, but wait. This fucking receipt is from a different place. Okay. Bookshop's name.
Inspector Gregson, may I ask you a favor?
What?
Would you kindly add the name of the bookshop to your formal testimony, please? I believe it may be of vital importance.
Maybe?
Oh, well, you know. I mean, yes, it could be a very important clue.
Very well. Not that I can see it being of any great significance. But please revise your testimony accordingly, Inspector.
Yes, sir, my lord. Whatever you say.
Could the man be any more sardonic? You can't turn it over, Arctica. It's just a flat picture. It's not a 3D examinable. He's on his way home from Bourbon Books. Okay.
Objection! If I could just stop you there, Inspector Gregson.
What is it, sunshine? I'm a busy man, you know.
This is a receipt that we found in Mr. Natsume's room. It was issued on the day of the incident, and details the purchase of 3 second-hand books.
And you found that in the accused's room, did you?
Oh, okay, you were just making a Maya receipt joke, I see.
Yes, but the point is not where the receipt was found, but the name of the shop printed on it.
Go on.
This receipt was issued from a bookshop called Your Books.
Your books? Y-O-R-E, I presume.
Yes, my lord. So Mr. Natsume did indeed purchase a number of books at a second-hand bookshop that day. However, the bookshop in question was not Bourbon Books.
Eh? What?
Inspector, do you know of this other bookshop?
Yes, sir. Your Books is another second-hand bookshop not far from Bourbon Books. It's just that... Well, it's such a small place, I didn't think the accused would have known about it.
Objection!
But in fact, that is the bookshop which the defendant visited on the day in question. And this receipt proves it.
Objection!
Yes, for what difference it makes. Wherever the man purchased his musty tomes, it makes no difference in the final analysis.
Objection!
I disagree. I mean, after all,
I have the street map here, if that might be of help.
Oh, yes, thank you. Have a look at this, please. If the defendant had been returning from Bourbon Books, then yes, he would have almost certainly passed by the place where Miss Green was attacked. However, if we take into account the fact that he was actually at another bookshop, Your Books, it may very well turn out that he wouldn't have passed that location at all.
Could that be true?
My, it rather depends on where this other bookshop is, but I do declare it may be a possibility.
Is that right, Mr. Lawyer, sir? What you just said? Absolutely. It absolutely could be right.
Inspector Gregson, where is this Your Books establishment?
Well, obviously we looked into that. It turns out that Your Books is just here on the next corner of Meersham Street, going east.
And there you have it, as you can clearly see now. Oh,
My learned Nipponese friend is obviously in training to be a clown the way he regales us with such witticisms. To your future career in the circus.
I've definitely seen that screen capped before as a reaction image.
You put that glass down now, or I'll put it down for you.
I didn't think I needed to spell it out, but here we go. If the accused was coming home from Your Books instead of Bourbon Books, there's no doubt he still would have passed the place where the victim was stabbed.
okay, well, not necessarily. You could have gone the other way.
Yes, thank you, Inspector.
Allow me to reiterate for my learned, if somewhat slow, Nipponese friend. Wherever the man purchased his musty tomes, it makes no difference in the final analysis.
As I suspected, you can't fool me, and I don't suggest you try.
What did I say, eh? I've had enough of this now.
Beg your pardon? Terribly sorry, but would you mind repeating that?
Mr. Naruhodo, we mustn't give up.
But what do you mean?
If the prosecution's assertion is correct, the members of the jury may very well decide that Mr. Natsume is guilty.
She's absolutely right.
We must think. We must consider the assertion just put forward by the prosecution very, very carefully.
They claim Soseki-san must have passed the location of the incident on his way home from Your Books, but...
Okay, well, I'm gonna be careful, but I mean, I would assume. Obviously, you know, I can't imagine we would get much of anywhere from being like, no, you're right, actually, he did pass the scene of the crime, my bad.
The assertion just made by the prosecution is fundamentally flawed.
Explain yourself, counsel.
Yes, my lord. You can see what I mean on this map. When returning from your books to his lodgings, Mr. Natsume could have followed the route suggested by the prosecution. However, that isn't the only conceivable route to take between the two places.
Oh, okay, I was actually right.
If the defendant used the streets, look what happens. He arrives back at his lodgings without passing the location where the victim was attacked.
Objection!
Talking back to a clown is a fool's errand, of course. However, I feel compelled to point out that that route is what's commonly referred to as the long way round. On a cold winter's night, why would any man choose to take a longer route home?
Well, you don't know. He likes walks.
The answer is extremely simple. He wouldn't. In other words, the accused took the obvious route back to his lodgings and is the obvious perpetrator of this crime.
Boggle with the 5. I should mention, if nobody else has before, Gregson is the name of the first Scotland Yard detective to appear in the Sherlock Holmes stories. I think somebody mentioned it before, but yeah, still very fun.
Objection!
But, aha! Yes, I've got it! Obviously, we must ask the man himself. Ask Mr. Natsume which route he took home.
I've already informed the court of the accused's response to such questioning. He claims he has no recollection. That's right. As I said, the bloke seems to spend his time outside wandering aimlessly from A to B. That day was no exception. He says he doesn't remember where he was or which route he took home.
I don't believe this!
I thank you, my learned friend. I'd suggest we do not waste any more of the court's time by wandering aimlessly around this subject. Pray, what say you, insightful jurors?
But even if that is the case, the defense still...
I agree with Lord Van Zeeks. Wholeheartedly, and in every way.
What? I don't believe it. Does this mean...
We members of the jury are completely convinced now.
Very well. In that case, I hereby call upon all members of the jury to present your findings to the court.
Guilty!
Guilty.
Guilty!
Guilty.
Guilty! Guilty!
Okay. Sure. Yay!
It would appear the jury's leaning is unanimous.
To the insightful members of the jury, I applaud your brave resolve. You serve Queen and country admirably.
Mr. Naruhodo.
No, not yet. This isn't over yet. I still have one last chance to sway the opinion of the jury. I have to tip the balance of those scales the other way. I have to turn this around. Somehow.
As the eyes of Quarry not yet willing to give up and die. So I presume you intend to wield your rights again in this trial. Rights of the defense written into antiquated British law that should have been buried long ago.
Call it antiquated if you will, but it's the defense's prerogative to carry out a summation examination if it so chooses.
Very well, counsel. In accordance with the letter of the law, we shall proceed with the summation examination. Are the members of the jury ready, Mr. Foreman?
Of course we're ready. I'm all too familiar with that Nipponese whippersnapper and his onkus...
Onkus? Onkus? I don't know that I've ever heard that term before.
Orcus' refusal to throw in his alley.
Very well then. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, you will each explain on what grounds you have determined the defendant to be guilty.
For pity's sake, that little nip in his oddity already admitted it himself, didn't he?
If he said that a woman in green collapsed before his eyes, why, it can only have been the victim.
The man wouldn't have gone around the houses on his way back from the bookshop, not in winter.
So the poor woman was attacked from behind, was she? How dreadful.
I really don't care. Can we just wrap this up now? I've got work to be doing.
Your books, yes. Nice shop, that. But bourbon books, no, not worth a visit.
With only minor exceptions, the reasons for finding the defendant guilty are all too clear. The stabbing occurred, the only two people at the scene were the victim and the accused. And the accused himself has admitted to seeing the victim in her green overcoat sink to the ground before his eyes. Furthermore, we've heard from the inspector that the defendant then fled the scene. I must say, I would have ample grounds to convict this man already.
Oh dear, even the judge appears convinced of Mr. Natsume's guilt now.
Why did he have to run away like that? How are we supposed to believe in some phantom attacker that nobody could see? This is impossible. How can I possibly make a case for the defense?
Mr. Naruhodo, this is no time for grumbling. If we want to force the trial to continue...
Yes, I know. I have to turn the tide. I just make the jurors change their minds. Well, 4 of them at least.
Exactly. We have no choice but to forge forward.
You have the floor, counsel. Begin your summation examination.
Yes, my lord. We just need to keep this trial going somehow. Whatever it takes. Come on, Ryunosuke. You can do it!
Alrighty. His sake. Already admitted himself, didn't he? He said that a woman in green collapsed before his very eyes, when it could only have been the victim. The man wouldn't have gone around the houses on his way back from the bookshop, not in winter. So the poor woman was attacked from behind, was she? How dreadful. I really don't care. Can we just wrap this up now? I've got work to be doing. I'm gonna press on that for sure, but I'm interested in this first too.
But you can't deny that there are other routes Mr. Natsume could have taken back from your books. Oh yes, like you drew on the map, you mean? What was it? Calabash Road or something? Precisely. But it seems to me that what counts is whether the little Japanese fellow actually went that way or not. Well, yes, that's true. And at the moment, there's no proof that shows he did, is there? Well, yes, that's true as well. And as I understand it, the accused himself doesn't remember which way he went, does he? Well, yes, that's annoyingly true. Your winter nights are dark and cold, so the way I see it, you'd want to get home as quickly as possible. Well, yes. Is all this true? So really, the only thing that makes sense is that he went home along Briar Road. I'm supposed to be convincing you here. I have given it a lot of thought, you know. I didn't just make up my mind on a whim that he did it. I mean, if there was some logical reason why he might have gone to the Calabash Road that way, it'd be different. I'd be happy to reconsider my position in that case. Honestly, I would. The reason why Soseki-san might have taken the longer way home.
Yes, a good reason. I don't imagine you'll be able to sway this young man's opinion without one.
Let's see.
Okay,
well, let's press a little bit more. Yeah, I gotta be getting on this one.
A man's life is on the line here, sir. You will take as long as it takes.
Don't get clever with me now, son. My life's on the line too, and so is my family's. The likes of you wouldn't understand, but a labourer like me can't afford to take time off. If I don't work, I don't eat, and neither do the wife and kids.
Oh, I see. That must be very hard.
I go to the union every morning to find out what needs doing. If you're late and the work's taken, it's tough. This time of year, there's water and gas supply pipes bursting left, right and centre. They're after cheap labour to get the roads dug up to fix it. A hard slog from dawn till dusk it is.
So, you were out digging up the roads the day of the incident as well, were you?
Captain Salty with the 2. Most reasonable juror so far, that one. What a guy. Yeah, well, I mean, you know, the jurors in this series tend to flip-flop a lot, so we'll see.
That's right. In fact, if I remember rightly, just round the corner from where it all happened. By the little bookshop it was.
What? Another coincidence?
That's right. Meersham Street it was.
Meersham Street.
On the map, Mr. Naruto, there are only 3 named streets.
Juror number 5, I need you to add that information to your formal statement, please.
What's the point in that? Can't we just get this business over with now?
Please, sir, it's important.
Fine, I'll do it then.
Day it happened, I was digging up Meersham Street from dawn till dusk. Interesting. Wait, so then if you were doing construction over there, that would mean that the road was kind of fucked up, which means that he wouldn't be coming back this way because there would be construction on the street. So there's no reason for him to go through there, so he'd have to go another way. Let's see. Okay. Let's see if this will work. Okay.
Objection!
Those 2 statements are clearly at odds with one another.
At odds, Counsel? Explain yourself.
Please, don't point. It wasn't me, I swear.
Eh? What? I just want to get this done and dusted.
Well, juror number 3? Oh, Misa? What do you mean? Juror number 5's words just now are extremely significant. Let's take a moment to consider the implications of what's been said on our map of the local area. On the day in question, Mr. Natsume visited this bookshop to purchase a number of second-hand books. And on the same day, we now know that there were works being carried out on Meersham Street, making it impassable. Which means that the defendant's route home could not have taken him along Meersham Street and down Briar Road. Oh, yes, of course! What do you think, sir?
Well, yes, you can't argue with that, really, can you? Must have had a good 2 yards or more of the pavement up. Every gentleman and gentlewoman that came along had to turn back and go the other way.
So, the only conclusion is this. The defendant must have taken the longer route back to his lodgings. Yes, I suppose he must have.
I suppose that must be right, eh?
Juror number 3, you said the following. The man wouldn't have gone around the houses on his way back from the bookshop. But we see now that he had no choice. Oh, yes! My lord, Mr. Judge, sir, if I may?
Yes?
I don't think in all good conscience that I can say the man's guilty now. Yes, I'd like to see this trial continue so we can get to the bottom of what really happened.
Well, there you go. Actually, pretty reasonable.
What about you, sir?
Who, me?
Well,
All right then. If there's a hole in the prosecution's argument, it should be filled in, that's what I say.
Oh, well done, Mr. Naruhodo. That was wonderful. Well, we've managed to change a couple of minds at least. It's strengthened our position somewhat. Yes, and it will prompt the other members of the jury to reconsider their stance as well. They'll be asking themselves if their current leanings are really right or not. Now, if we could just identify one more clue or discrepancy, that would make them stop doubting Mr. Natsume. We might be able to tip the balance completely. Yes, that's exactly what we've got to do. Van Zieks is looking to bring this trial to an early conclusion. That's what we have to prevent, by whatever means we have at our disposal.
Thank you, Counsel. On with the summation examination, please.
Yes, my lord.
Okay. I have to say not guilty at this point, so I can see where this trial goes from here. Alright, let's scroll back. Already admitted it himself. He said the woman in green collapsed before his eyes, why it can only have been the victim. So the poor woman was attacked from behind, was she? How dreadful. Let's just press a little bit.
Excuse me, but aren't you...
Yes, that's right. I was in the witness stand myself just 2 days ago.
Yes, I had a feeling I knew your face. Or the side of it, anyway. If I remember correctly, you're a banker, aren't you?
That's right. After the gold rush down under, I came back to London to work. And it was all going swimmingly until you started fossicking around. Bruce Fairplay was a man of repute.
Sorry?
Don't think I've forgotten how you treated me the other day. You had me and that young hatter pegged as criminals.
Oh, hey, Wes! Wanted to pop in and say, have a great stream. Miss you already and looking forward to when Zach bullies you into joining us again soon. Yeah, me too! I would love to. I mean, always, always. But thanks for popping in. It's so good to see you.
Oh, well, you know. Water under the bridge.
There's all sorts of rumors buzzing around, and the police have been badgering me non-stop.
If I could turn back the clock...
Well, anyway, I don't know about the hatter, but at least I'm in the clear now.
I'm in the clear now, rather.
Free to make up my own mind about who's guilty and who isn't.
Thank goodness. Alright, maybe I might struggle to change this man's mind given our awkward history. Oh dear, I wonder what's become of Mr. First now.
He says the woman green collapsed before his eyes. It can only have been the victim. I am wondering about this, though, because in the picture, we can only see her back.
Hold it!
You're right that at the time of the incident, the defendant admits to having seen someone wearing a green overcoat walking ahead of him.
Well, quite. That's precisely my point. Clearly that someone wearing green was the victim. And clearly that funny little Nepalese man with the disturbing mustache is the culprit.
Let us not forget, madam, the defendant vehemently denies attacking the woman.
Why, of course he does. If he admits to stabbing her, his life is over. The man's obviously a liver-faced coward, honestly, claiming the woman simply collapsed before his eyes.
But if that's a lie as you're suggesting, do you not think he would have concocted something more credible?
Oh, I really couldn't say. After all, you are foreign. Who's to say what goes through your funny little minds?
I could tell you what's going through my funny little mind right now, but you wouldn't like it.
He's like, I'm gonna lose it.
I do declare the man's already made the admission. He himself has stated that there was nobody else around. Surely the conclusion is obvious. No one else could have possibly committed this awful crime. If no one else could have done it, the accused must be the man. Really, it couldn't be more simple.
Your argument is compelling in its simplicity, I must admit.
Is it, though?
Oh my, you're too kind, my lord.
That went well, for her.
Okay.
Hold it!
Whatever is the matter, young man? You're the wife of Mr. Garrett, aren't you? The landlord who rents Mr. Natsume his room? The master's wife? Where do you get your ideas, sir? I'm the maid, you understand. She's keeping up that charade. Ugh, this is going to be awkward. Why didn't you mention this yesterday? That you'd been selected for the jury in this trial, I mean. Well, I was told not to mention it to anyone until the day of the trial, you see. It was in the letter I received. The instructions were very clear, so I'm afraid I had no choice. I see. Anyway, Mr. Natsume, the defendant, takes lodging in your master's house, doesn't he? Yes, that's right. Although he's been in a little over a week now. And in that time, surely you must have taken stock of his character. Does Mr. Natsume look like the kind of man who would commit a crime such as this? Oh my goodness me, yes, he's just the sort. What? He's spending all his time in that dark and dingy room, sporting that unscrupulous mustache. The man never speaks, and don't get me started on those shifty eyes. All the neighbors are talking about him. I've heard them, you know. People think he must be building a bomb in there or something. Oh dear, poor Mr. Natsume. How could people say such things about him? He's just a harmless bookworm. Nothing more. Well, you just called him a worm, so... Anyway, I'd better be careful about inviting this maid to speak. She's said enough damning things already. Okay.
Well, I do want to hear your fucking bookshop discourse, I suppose. I don't know how fucking relevant it will be, but...
Hold it!
Huh? Sorry? Fold it, is I? Fold what?
No. What I said was hold it. What I wanted to ask was, do you visit your books often?
I like the old books they have in there, yes. I enjoy reading them over a nice cup of old tea. That's my daily routine, you see. Same thing every day, including the day you're all talking about.
And at what time did you visit your books on the day in question?
Well, I was picking out books in there all afternoon, and it would have been just before 5 that I left. That's my daily routine, you see. Same thing every day, including the day you're all talking about.
Just before 5, you say? Exactly when the victim was attacked. Are you sure about the time?
Oh, yes, no mistake there. I remember it well. I'm not about to forget that day in a hurry, not after the dreadful time I had.
What do you mean?
Well, I was walking down Calabash Road when I slipped on the ice and donked my head. It's always worse after the snow stopped falling. That's when it's most slippery. I knocked myself clean out, I did. I really thought my number was up.
Wait a minute. Let me get this straight. This happened on Calabash Road?
That's right. I live in Cornpipe, you see. Heading down Calabash Road is the quickest way for me to get back from your books.
Juror number 6, I must insist that you add that information to your formal statement. It may very well be extremely significant.
Sorry? Extremely sick? No, I'm quite all right now.
Okay, wait a minute, though. That does bring to mind a possibility.
You've changed 2 of the Majura's minds, Mr. Naruto.
Yes, just 2 more to go.
Deliver the finishing blow, now. It's time to turn the tables here.
Wish I knew how to do a Susato takedown. I suppose words will have to suffice for now.
Okay, so hold on. Wait, what was your statement again? If he was a woman in green clouds for his eyes, can only have been the victim. Attack from behind, how dreadful. Okay, so. We're gonna go back to extremely racist lady.
Objection!
Those two statements clearly show a flaw in the juror's reasoning.
A flaw? What are you talking about, counsel?
Well, juror number 2, juror number 6.
My, whatever do you mean, sir? I think perhaps the old man didn't hear you.
Believable. It's not like I was loud or anything. There's at least one fact of which we can be sure here. The bookshop receipt found in the defendant's room clearly indicates that on the day of the attack, he'd been to your books and purchased a number of second-hand titles. He then returned home on foot.
But the man says he has no recollection of his return journey.
That's correct. But what he does remember is seeing someone appear in front of him on the way. Someone in a green overcoat who suddenly collapsed onto the pavement before his eyes.
Yes, we're all well aware of this. The poor young woman who was stabbed, obviously.
Objection!
Can we really be sure of that, madam?
My, whatever do you mean?
I'm sure you heard juror number 6's account of what happened to him that day. That same afternoon, there was somebody else apart from the victim. He was wearing a green overcoat, and who fell over on the icy streets in the neighborhood.
My,
My goodness, you mean... That's right. I'm referring, of course, to hard of hearing juror number 6.
are you really suggesting that the person in the green overcoat whom the defendant saw collapse in front of his eyes was the jolly old gentleman on the end of the bench here with me today?
That's entirely possible, yes. After all, the old man has a somewhat similar build to the victim.
Well, look at that.
My goodness me!
Huh? Sorry? You need to pee?
And crucially, we know precisely where the old man in the green overcoat fell.
On Calabash Road.
Therefore, if the person who Mr. Nutsmay saw collapsing in front of him was in fact juror number 6, it means the defendant must have taken the long route back to his lodgings. And if that's true, then clearly the crime scene on Briar Road where the woman was stabbed was not on his way home.
Oh my!
You idiot old man, if you hadn't been so daft as to be roaming about there, we would have boxed this off hours ago.
And really, what were you thinking wearing such a befuddling coat?
What did you say to me? Is it a crime for the elderly to walk the streets these days? Is it a crime to slip over on the ice? Is it a crime to keep up with the latest styles and wear a beautiful green overcoat, is it?
My lord, I do hope it won't cause any inconvenience, but...
You'd like to change your leaning, I presume?
I do declare that I would. I should like to call for a verdict of not guilty.
Thank you.
And I would too.
What?
Is it a crime to change your mind? Is it? Well...
Well, that summation examination has concluded with a rather large shift in opinion. The eyes 2, the nose 4. So the nose have it. Not guilty, they say. Which means we no longer have a consensus among the members of the jury. The trial will continue.
Objection!
Could it seem churlish of me to drink from my hallowed chalice moments after raising an objection? Only to crush it in disgust. Pray forgive the discourtesy.
Lord Van Seeks?
It seems I must retract my earlier remark.
What do you mean?
I mistakenly credited these jurors with intelligence by describing them as insightful. Yet we have just witnessed them falling for a cheap trick performed by an Eastern entertainer.
Whatever do you mean?
Objection!
I haven't tricked anyone. Everything I've said is the truth.
Indeed. Stalwart juror number 5 was undoubtedly repairing the road, as he claims. I believe you said it was a good 2 yards of the pavement which you had excavated, sir. That's right. Took me a whole day and they paid me a measly tuppence for it. Now my learned Japan...
Wait, no. He has to say the racist term. Never mind. I almost said, well, I don't know if I would have called that proper. He still would have been completely condescending, but...
Now, my learned Nipponese friend, tell me. Do you have any notion of the distance that 2 yards represents?
Well,
If I'm honest, I don't have a clue, no.
2 yards is a little less than 2 meters.
Less than 2 meters? That's not much at all. In other words, a distance readily vaulted by anyone of moderate vigor. Would you not agree, my stalwart friend? Me? Well, I can't say you're wrong, no.
What?
And did you perchance erect a sign to prevent pedestrians from passing the site of your works?
I wouldn't dream of it. What a waste of time.
Coaches would have had a hope of passing anyway, and we just turn any gentlefolk back when they come. Kids just jump right over us all the time. The accused is no gentleman, as far as I can see. I have little doubt, however, that he could spring over a 2-yard trench in his meanderings about town.
Is that true? Is it?
The incontrovertible truth is that the books just purchased by the accused were found at the scene. There can be no doubt that on his way back to his lodgings, Mr. Natsume walked down Briar Road.
Crushed in a single sentence.
And, old man,
Cold man? You can talk?
Or what, you can talk? Oh, okay, you can talk. Like,
As if you can talk.
yeah, okay, I understand. I thought for a second that he was like so hard of hearing that he just hadn't processed anything that Van Zieks had said so far and was like legitimately surprised to hear him speak.
Oh my god, you're not just like a weird statue.
You've been talking this whole time? Hi, thank you, Wrench Games. I hope you enjoy the VOD later.
you say that around 5 o'clock on the day in question, you slipped and fell along Calabash Road. Pray, was there a suspicious-looking Nibonese behind you at the time?
Oh, I can't say I remember.
You don't remember?
Well, I mean, he did literally hit his fucking head on the concrete. I would imagine that somebody would have a difficult time remembering what led up to it after that. Especially if they were, like, very old. But, you know, whatever.
How about a wager, my learned friend? You say it was this old man that the accused saw, but I would lay 1,000 to 1 against you being able to prove it.
Order! Order! Lord Van Zieks, explain yourself.
My lord?
If you had such a trenchant argument up your sleeve, why in the world did you not proffer it during the summation examination?
I wanted to give this young foreign student the sightseeing experience he no doubt came for. I wanted him to see for himself how the opinion of the jury is so readily swayed. But my hospitality has its limits, and they've been reached, I feel. Oh boy. So, my learned friend, today's sightseeing tour of London is now over.
What are you talking about?
My lord, the prosecution requests permission to call its next witnesses to the stand.
Granted. Bailiff, bring forth the witnesses.
It's next witnesses? Mr. Naruhodo, do you not remember? You've been told on several occasions that there were eyewitnesses to the incident.
Yes, I remember. One of them being a Scotland Yard policeman, no less.
I'm afraid that's likely to be the prosecution's next witness.
All right. No matter who Van Zieks brings to the stand as his witnesses, no matter what they say,
I believe in Soseki-san. I know he's innocent. And I'll keep believing to the very end. Till this battle is over.
Aw, look at these character designs. I love them.
Witnesses, please state your names and occupations for the court.
Kirby with the 5. Hey Mercy, hope you've been enjoying the game so far. I've been enjoying it pretty well. I mean, obviously, as with Takumi's other Ace Attorney games, there are like bits and pieces that I have some contention with. You know, not everything is written perfectly. No game typically tends to be. But overall, so far, I have been really enjoying it. Ow.
Constable Roly Beat! Sir! Nothing to report on the street, sir.
And I'm Mrs. Beat. Patricia's my name. I'm proud to say I'm this young town hero's wife.
What's the story here?
Well, in truth, we've not been married long. In fact, we celebrated our first anniversary only the other day.
No, it was your husband I was asking about. He seems, tired.
Hardly surprising. Whilst being an honourable occupation, patrolling the beats is the most demanding work in the world.
Oh, really? I'm sure I've heard that before, actually.
Indeed. Apart from rare days off, our gallant officers trudge some 20 miles a day, you know. They patrol boarding houses and pubs, collect taxes, survey the streets, check that meters are reading true. And they're responsible for keeping the streets clean, and lighting and extinguishing our streetlights.
There are a number of items on that list that don't sound much like policing duties at all.
I wouldn't just be falling asleep on my feet. I'd have collapsed long ago.
But it goes without saying that a policeman's primary duty is the apprehension of criminals. Even when he's off duty, a constable's expected to investigate and resolve any crimes on his beat. For the London, Bobby is a man of honour.
And a man of slumber.
On the day in question, this man and his wife were walking down Briar Road in the opposite direction, and they witnessed the incident as it occurred. Is that not correct, Mr. and Mrs. Beat?
That's right, sir. Isn't it really?
Constable Roly Beat, sir! Nothing to report on the street, sir! What a great witness he's going to be.
Very good. I'd like to hear your formal testimonies now, please. You'll tell the court exactly what you saw on the afternoon of the incident.
Yes, sir!
It was our wedding anniversary, and Roly was taking me out for a meal. There was no time to change after work. Anyway, 2 silhouettes appeared out of the fog and on the pavement in front of us. All of a sudden, one of them just collapsed on the floor. And then the other scattered something before running off. We ran straight over, of course, and then went for help at the nearby police box. It was definitely that Japanese man in the dock. Roly and I both saw him as clear as day.
Well, this is extremely compelling testimony, I must say.
Oh dear. This policeman and his wife are claiming to have positively identified Mr. Natsume at the scene. If their testimony is true, the alternative course of events that you established in the summation examination will be quashed.
It's death knell, in fact, because that alternative was never viable in the first place.
What an unfortunate betrayal. And on your wedding anniversary, too.
Oh, I know. But I still managed to go out for the evening with my man. I thank the Lord for that.
Gosh, the life of a London Bobby sounds very hard indeed.
Indeed. However, his cross-examination will be over in minutes. May have well have time to rest this afternoon.
What do you mean by that?
My learned friend, witnesses saw the face of the man fleeing the scene. They're testifying under oath that it was without doubt the accused, Mr. Soseki Natsume. And one of these witnesses is a policeman, no less. So, you appreciate the gravity of the situation, I'm sure.
I need a better name. I've never done formal voice training. It has never been a thing that I have done. I've thought about it, certainly, to assist in what I can already do. But honestly, a lot of how I do my voice and tone and all that stuff is mostly just kind of me playing around with my voice for a very long time. I presume just because I've always wanted to be a voice actor since I was a tiny little child, and I have practiced it a lot, that it just kind of came in handy for controlling my voice. A little bit of an unusual circumstance, I suppose, but that's kind of how it happened.
Except that the man's so tired, his wife has to do all of the talking.
Enough preamble. Counsel for the defense, commence the cross-examination, please.
Yes, my lord.
Okay, let's see. Spring anniversary, will always take me out for a meal. There's no time to change after work. Anyway, two silhouettes appeared out of the fog on the pavement in front of us. That's... interesting.
Hold it!
Two silhouettes.
That's right. They were coming towards us, walking up Briar Road in the opposite direction.
With the fucking sinister shadows.
There was a rather plump figure followed by a scrawny, thin-looking man.
That does sound exactly like the victim is pictured in this print, and like Mr. Natsume.
Yes, unfortunately it does. And you're certain that at that time there was nobody else nearby?
Oh yes, quite certain. It was dark, but there are streetlights on Briar Road, you see. There was nobody else around at all. Isn't that right, my darling?
What? Yes, that's right. Of course there was a light fog on the ground. But Briar Road's dead straight and you can see a fairly long way down the pavement. And there's the street lighting as well. I didn't see any pedestrians.
Before sleep takes a firm hold, your answer, please. Mr. Beat, are you quite sure of what you just said?
Yes, sir. As a copper who spends all day, every day keeping watch on the streets, I'd swear to it, sir. I'm assured. As my love for Patricia is true. Hope it...
Oh, okay. That wasn't him trailing off. That was just a little nickname.
Oh, Pat.
Oh, Rowley.
They're still maintaining that there was no one else around other than the victim and the attacker. It's starting to seem like that must be how it really happened. It's beginning to seem like there's nowhere to run. Well, that didn't stop Mr. Natsume, did it? He fled the scene all too convincingly.
Thank you. I believe we've a reasonably clear idea of the situation just before the incident now. What happened in the crucial moments that followed?
All of a sudden, one of them just collapsed on the floor, the other scattered something before running off. That's interestingly nondescript, in some ways. You'd think she'd be like, oh, the scraggly guy ran off, but it's just like one of them dropped something, and one of them collapsed, and one of them dropped something and ran off.
Hold it!
Scattered something. What do you mean by that?
Oh, well, I couldn't quite make out what it was at the time. But then when we got closer, we realised what it was. Didn't we, darling?
What? Ah, yes, that's right. It was some old books.
I see. Old books.
Yes, sir. The culprits dropped a number of them, all around where the victim lay on the pavement.
Indeed. as clearly pictured in this photographic print.
That rotten Japanese man did that when he did the deed.
Hold it!
Let's not forget that it remains to be established that the defendant was indeed the attacker. But we saw him. It was the man in the dock without question, sir. Moustache, the hunched back, the cat-like eyes, the taut mouth, the snubbed nose. Everything. Any more insults you want to throw in?
That's right. He looked down at that poor defenseless woman with those terrifying, intense eyes, and then suddenly threw his books onto the pavement and ran away.
I see. This is tough. They seem as though they're telling the truth here. May I remind the court that this unambiguous testimony comes from a policeman and his wife. Now please, continue.
Yes, sir! And straight over, of course, and then went for help at the nearby police box.
Okay. Oops. Okay. Whoopsie. Didn't mean to do that. Okay. Might as well just press it. I don't know what will come of that one, but while we're at it.
Was it your husband who went to fetch help?
No, I went. I may not be a police officer myself, but I am the proud wife of one after all. Isn't that right, my darling?
What? Ah, yes, that's right. I asked Mrs. Beat to go. I was off duty by that point. But Bobby's never truly off duty, of course, so I felt obliged to stay and guard the scene.
Very laudable, Mr. Beat. Preserving the scene of a crime is a task of considerable importance.
That's why I sent Patricia, you see. I told her where to find the right police box. Forgive my ignorance, but what do you mean exactly by the right police box? Depends on a crime's location, you see, as to who deals with it. Where the woman who was stabbed wasn't actually on my beat. So I told Patricia the ways to the police box for the beat the incident fell under so she could go and report it.
I ran there as quickly as I could and asked for help from the bobby on duty. There's nothing more potent than a young couple in love working together, you know.
And thanks to your swift response, the case was quickly resolved. The actions, two model citizens.
Oh, please. You're making us blush. Isn't he, darling?
Yes, sir. What Patricia said, sir. Let's move on, shall we? It's definitely a Japanese man in the dark. Crow and I both saw him as clear as day.
Hold it!
Okay.
But surely you wouldn't have been able to see his face by the light of the gas street lamps, would you?
We absolutely could. Us Londoners have exceptional eyesight, I'll have you know.
Right.
The light from the street lamps was more than enough. And my husband already told you that the fog was only light, didn't he?
Yes, and what of the fog?
We're famous for it across the globe, I believe. But it's an absolute menace to those of us who have to live with it, of course.
Oh, it is, it is. When it's thick, you can't even see the hand at the end of your own arm.
Yes, all right, I take your point. Now, could you stop shaking your husband about?
The constant fog makes her eyes very sharp, you see. That's why we can tell you for sure and certain that it was that little Japanese man we saw. Can't we, darling?
What? Ah, yes. It was the accused, and no mistake. Moustache, the hunched back, the cat-like eyes, the taut mouth and sharp nose. Unmistakable, sir. As far as this couple's testimony is concerned, there can't be any question. It was the Seki-san they saw running away from the scene of the crime. So that's it, is it? That's their entire testimony?
What do you think, Mr. Naruhodo?
Well, I hate to admit it, but on hearing the testimony, it really does seem as though Mr. and Mrs. Beat saw what they saw. Saw what they saw. Oh my god. Saw what they say they saw.
Jesus Christ.
Mr. Natsume running away from the scene on Briar Road that day.
Yes, I feel the same.
So, if that's true, where does it leave us?
Members of the jury are sure to call for a guilty verdict after this testimony.
Oh no. What do we do?
If Cosmo-sama were here,
What are you trying to say?
I think he would try to find a contradiction somewhere else within their testimony.
What do you mean, somewhere else?
Their statement about seeing Mr. Natsume is unequivocal. Calling that into question won't help. But if you could identify some other part of their testimony which appears to contradict the facts, you might be able to discredit them, to make the jury doubt if the pair's memory of the day is accurate.
Oh, right.
But simply, we must focus on finding a discrepancy in these statements somewhere. If we don't, I'm afraid the trial may reach an early and unfavourable conclusion.
Why do I always seem to be so up against it?
Okay. Let's see.
It wasn't your wedding anniversary. You don't remember it. And really, who could trust two jury members that can't even remember their own wedding anniversary?
Okay. No time to change after. Actually, I didn't press that statement, did I? I mean, if I've pressed everything else, I might as well at this point, just to be complete.
No time to change after work, you say? Are you also a member of the police, Mrs. Beat?
Oh no, sadly not. It's a job for strapping young men only. Women, children, and the elderly can't even apply.
Oh boy, oh boy.
Well, I think you can probably see why children and the elderly can't do the job, can't you?
I think Rowley looks ever so handsome in his uniform. It suits you down to the ground, doesn't it, darling?
What? Ah, I've just finished my beat. Pat and I were headed back to the station. I was actually planning on getting changed there.
Ashbourne Phoenix with the 50 pounds. Holy shit, thank you so much for the generosity. Fun localization tidbit. These two's Japanese names had the same pun of their first names being Pat and Roll, but swapped, Patricia being Rolla and Rolly being Patrick. The reason for the flip being to make Rolly's name a pun on royally beat, aka being tired. Oh! Huh! That's really interesting. That is a very interesting decision. Huh. It works, I guess, but huh. That's very fun. I love little like tidbits like that in the localization process.
Is he talking in his sleep? This is creepy.
Oh no, Rowley, I much prefer you in uniform. Sometimes I don't recognize you when I see you in plain clothes.
Oh dear, that doesn't seem healthy.
Kindly adhere to the point. You were going for a meal after you'd finished your beat for the day, correct?
That's right, sir. Yes. Although I was fit to drop, to be honest, after spending the whole day on my feet. But policing is my life, sir. As long as I'm the proud owner of this, I'll serve my city and my queen to the end. What's that now? My warrant card, sir. Proof that I'm a London copper. It has the noble founding principles of the force written on it, as a reminder to all us policemen of our sworn duty. To patrol the streets of London town and uphold the peace of the common man. Sir, and for such a noble cause I cover 20 miles every single day without fail and without a grumble. Because I know that the plodding of my boots is all Londoners need to hear to feel safe and secure. So, fighting crime doesn't appear to come into it then. But sir, just on that one particular day, I was looking forward to celebrating my wedding anniversary. Mrs. Beat puts up with a lot being married to a bobby like me. I wanted to show my dear wife how much I care. Oh, Pat.
Oh, Rowley. Oh, what a charming couple. Their young love's such a joy to behold.
If a little over the top, perhaps.
And then? Kindly describe what happened next.
Oh, I just realized my my controller cord is actually fraying a little bit. I guess I have owned it for several years at this point. I gonna have to replace it soon? I don't know. We'll see.
Mr. Lawyer, sir, can I ask you something?
This was a press everything. Oh, yes, of course. What is it?
Well, you keep asking us all these questions about everything we've told you, so... It seems like you don't believe our testimony. Is that right? Is it? Well, out with it!
What? No. It's really not that at all.
My husband is a policeman, remember? And I know what I saw. I remember every last detail. Everything. Like... Oh, I know. What about the books the man dropped? I could tell you the names of every single one. I could. Every single one. And you dare to question how reliable my testimony is?
Oh, whoops. I wasn't looking at what the judge said.
That will do, Mrs. Beat.
No, it won't do at all. The Japanese lawyer has no idea what I'm capable of. Even if I decide to forgive him for insulting us, don't think for a minute that Rolly will.
I really didn't mean to cause offense. Please put your husband's fists down. I mean, I don't know about that, Trickfin. They've kind of been laying it on thick with it was that Japanese man with his eyes, you know, like, no, I would definitely call that actually, like, pretty on-the-nose racist. Yeah, like, they've definitely said some pretty on-the-nose racist things already.
Perhaps you'd like the opportunity to supplement your testimony, Mrs. Beat? Might that appease you?
Oopsie.
Oh, thank you, my lord. That would settle things nicely. Wouldn't it, darling?
Even tell you the names of the 4 books he dropped at the scene. Okay, well, I mean, if you insist, go ahead.
Hold it!
Yes, we know that there were books dropped at the scene of the crime.
Those purchased by the accused at the nearby second-hand bookshop on the day in question.
After I'd been to the police box for help, I decided to have a good look over the area for good measure. I'm a proud policeman's wife, after all. I did it for Rolly.
And what was your husband doing at the time?
Oh, he was lying face down in the snow, getting some well-deserved rest. He works ever so hard, you know. Ever so hard. Don't you, my darling?
Interesting way of guarding the scene of the crime.
Well, Mrs. Beat, seeing as you've regaled the court with the tales of your powers of recollection, would you be so kind as to recount the titles of the books you observed at the scene?
I'd be happy to. Now, are all of you listening? There was the picture of Monsieur somebody or other, and what's it yearnings, and then there was a meal for someone, and the last one was definitely the thingamy something. You see?
Yes, I see there are 1 or 2 holes in your memory.
Oh well, they were along those lines, I'm quite sure.
There are indeed books found at the scene with titles along those lines, as you put it.
Well, what did I tell you? So, I think it's very mean the way you've been implying that my testimony can't be trusted. Don't you agree, darling?
Anyone who upsets my Patricia will have me to answer to. Oh, okay, just fucking whip that out, huh? Jesus, dude.
Terrifying.
Yes, she really is. So, that's it, is it? That's their entire testimony?
What do you think, Mr. Naruhodo?
Well, I hate to admit it, but okay, yeah, it's just the same thing that they said before. Okay. For a meal... Actually, did we get the... No, we didn't get his thingy. 2 silhouettes appeared out of the fog. Collapsed on the floor. Ran straight over. Then went for help at the nearby police box. There's definitely that Japanese man in the dock. Rolly and I both saw him as clear as day. I could even tell you the names of the 4 books he dropped at the scene. Wait. Ah ha 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 ha. There are only 3 books in the picture.
Objection!
So, you were saying that there were 4 books?
That's right. I remember all of them. The picture of Monsieur Somebody, What's It Yearnings, A Meal for Someone, and the Thing Me Something.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Beat. But there's a fundamental flaw in that statement of yours.
Oh no! What? What flaw?
Simply that, at the scene of the crime, there were only 3 books, not 4.
What?
Have a good look at this photographic print of the scene of the crime. As you can clearly see, there are only 3 books.
But no, that can't be. I saw them. Oh, I know what it is. Yes, you can't fool me.
Sorry?
It's that big old lump of a dead body. The lady is so large, her corpse is blocking the view of the 4th book, that's all.
That's exactly what I thought they were going to argue, too. Let's at least try to remember that the poor woman isn't dead, even if we're insulting her size.
And also, let's not insult her size. Come on, Ryunosuke. Get it together.
No, I'm sorry, Mrs. Beat. But Mr. Natsume could not have possibly dropped the 4 books you describe.
Why not?
Fascinating. And from your assured tone, something you can readily substantiate with evidence, I presume. Evidence.
Counsel, you'll present evidence to substantiate your claim or withdraw it. What proof do you have that the accused did not drop 4 books?
I don't know. Because I said so. Because I'm cool and awesome and smart.
Hold on just a second. I have a bunch of notifs that I have to clear. Okay. There we go. Alright, let's see. Oh, because his receipt only has 3 on it. So he didn't buy a 4th book.
Take that!
The evidence is right here, in the form of this bookshop receipt.
From your books?
Yes, this receipt details Mr. Natsume's purchases that day. But as you can see, only 3 books are listed.
No!
Therefore, Mr. Natsume would only have dropped 3 books at the scene of the crime.
Your Honor, whatever. Your Honor, please. Your Honor, like, literally, who the fuck cares?
Which means that your powers of observation, madam, cannot be relied upon. So it cannot be denied that though you say it was the defendant you saw, you could very well be mistaken.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! No!
Objection!
It's plainly evident. And it's your powers of deduction that cannot be relied upon, my learned
Oh my god. I don't know why I keep starting to say Japanese friend. He is not saying that. I'm just, you know. My brain is off today. I'm sorry.
It is your powers of deduction that cannot be relied upon, my learned Nipponese friend. What? Cannot be denied is that these 2 witnesses saw the accused running from the scene. A fact that you know very well you have no hope of disproving. So you've striven to avert attention from that by dint of some inconsequential discrepancies. Would that be fair? He sees right through me. But your plan has somewhat recoiled against you. What are you talking about? It's quite simple.
let me explain with a toast. To the policeman's wife, and her entirely accurate testimony, in every respect.
Oh,
You see, the matter is not up for debate. At the scene on Briar Road, a total of 4 books were most definitely found.
Objection!
But what about the photographic print? It only shows 3 books.
Quite right. Only 3 can be seen. In that print.
That print? You mean to say...
Allow me to present another, one that shows the victim's hand.
Okay. Why does it look like somebody's taken a big cartoon bite out of it? Why does it look like a dog took a bite out of that book like it was a fucking T-bone steak? Why does that look like a piece of cheese that a mouse bit onto in a fucking Tom and Jerry cartoon? Also, the lion's pride, really? Interesting. Interesting. It was the fucking lion! It was the lion from the circus! They put him in the circus and he got mad, so he decided to try to stab somebody. I don't believe it. It's the 4th book.
As you'll observe, the 4th book was hidden from view in the original print by the victim's torso.
No. No!
Order! Order!
There, you see? Look at that. Look.
Yes.
It's just like I said, isn't it, my darling?
Yes, sir. Patricia's always right, sir.
Let us study the receipt for the books purchased by the accused on the day in question. Mrs. Beat, the titles once again, if you please.
Oh, yes, of course. The picture of Monsieur somebody or other.
The picture of Monsieur Lecoq.
What's at Yearnings?
Canterbury Yearnings.
A meal for someone.
A meal for Gaborio, in fact. As the court has just heard, the witness remembers the book titles flawlessly, save for a few minor details. Mrs. Beat's powers of recollection can only be described as exceptional.
Did you hear that, Rolly? The gentleman paid me a compliment.
Yes, sir. Flawless, sir. Patricia's flawless. But there are only 3 books on the receipt, and Mrs. Beat mentioned 4.
There's nothing surprising about that. Clearly, the 4th book is that which was shown in the photographic print.
I'm sorry, Counsel, but does that not seem odd? Why should the 4th book be omitted from the receipt?
It's not odd at all, my lord. As the photograph clearly shows, the 4th book was found in the victim's clutches. In other words, it belonged to the victim.
The victim was holding her own book? I wonder, what became of that 4th book?
Obviously, it wasn't overlooked by the investigating officers at Scotland Yard. I have it here, as evidence.
Okay, but why does it not have a big bite out of it? Surely you didn't get a replacement book because you were too hungry, Van Zeeks. You had to have another one. Sorry, I keep fucking hitting the desk.
You'll submit that in the aforementioned photographic print to the court, please, Counsel.
My pleasure, my lord. The prosecution rests. I've nothing further to add.
What?
You seem surprised, my learned friend. But your resistance until now has been in vain. Entertaining, yes, but futile. The spurious longer route to the accused's lodgings that you tried to establish in your summation examination, and the attempted discrediting of the witnesses' powers of recollection in your cross-examination.
Futile? walked right into this, didn't I?
You see, everything we've said is true. Isn't that right, my darling?
Yes, Pat! Marry me, Pat!
Thought you were already... I thought you were already married.
So, perhaps the ladies and gentlemen of the jury would like to reconsider their positions? Should the court waste any more time on this Nipponese travesty? Or is the decision you have to make all too apparent already? You've heard all of the witnesses and seen all of the evidence. This trial's run its course.
Mr. Naruhodo, I'm afraid we're in a terribly precarious position.
I know, but... Wow, that was really good alliteration, Susato.
Wow, thank you. I've been practicing.
If I fight back in the wrong way now, I could very well just make matters worse. Think, Ryunosuke, think! What do you do now?
I mean, it kind of seems like the thing to do should be to raise an objection, but you never know whenever they ask you directly. I'm gonna try it, but...
Objection!
I'm not done yet!
No, my learned friend. It's over. That last cross-examination was your final chance to establish a credible defense. And you failed. The die's been cast. There's no more room for debate.
Well, it might be over as far as you're concerned, but... I can't think of what to say.
If I may, Lord Van Zeeks. It seems somewhat boorish to close down the debate at this point.
Your insignificant little Eastern Isle must be a lawless hole indeed. For a lowly judicial assistant to have the audacity to intervene at a moment like this. I am to my shame still a very inexperienced lawyer. So you'll have to forgive me.
I consider my assistant's advice essential, and her opinions invaluable.
Mr. Naruhodo.
One of this land's great guiding principles.
Yeah, our principles by which we gild. God. I guess I still have some thoughts about that last case, huh? Okay, anyway.
One of this land's great guiding principles is tolerance. So the court will hear you, madam.
I don't know about that, Judge. I don't know if it is one of the guiding principles here, but you're free to your opinion, I suppose.
Go ahead, Miss Susato. Please.
Very well. Pray, what insight can you give us? What have we all overlooked in this matter that you see fit to pursue further?
Well, the court has been presented with new evidence, but only after the last cross-examination finished.
I see. And you believe that this new evidence warrants further examination, do you?
Mr. Naruhodo, what do you think? It's just possible that this new evidence might be the decisive proof we've been waiting for. The judge is sure to ask the members of the jury to announce their leanings in a moment.
Maybe he meant tolerance towards girls and women. I don't know if he has that either, because we just got done talking about how women aren't allowed to enter certain professions either. And they were just like totally gliding right past that.
Of course, he's sure to ask you to explain what the crucial piece of evidence is and why. So we must take this opportunity to examine the newly presented evidence as thoroughly as possible.
Yes, I understand. And thank you, Miss Susato. This is it. Susato-san's managed to win us one last chance here. I can't let it go to waste. The defense wishes to present evidence, my lord.
I do like that narratively Ryunosuke has made a lot of a point to be like, no, let Susato fucking speak. Let her fucking cook. She knows things that I don't. And I do like that the narrative does create opportunities for Susato as an assistant character to shine and have more of those important moments where she has a little bit more personal agency to stick her hand up and be like, actually, I have something to say here. It's nice.
Very well. The defense may present one further piece of evidence. Evidence that apparently offers a profound insight into this case and has hitherto been overlooked.
Okay, we're gonna save before that.
Okay, so actually, we're gonna take a look at this real quick. Okay, that. Oh, wait. That's why. That's why there's a weird chunk out of it missing. It's because of that fucking fire from the goddamn from shit. Hold on. Do I have access to profiles right now? I don't. Anyway, Mr. Garadib and his wife, when they had that fight and the fire broke out, it happened near that shelf and there were books and shit on it. This must have come from that shelf.
Oh, look at this. The book has been badly burnt.
All right. Never be able to read it in this state, especially not the latter pages.
What a terrible waste. Judging from the scorched edges of the paper, I think the damage must have occurred very recently.
Book recently damaged by fire. Why does that seem to raise a red flag with me?
Yes, it's a good thing that we got that updated. Okay, anything else to look at here? I mean, we can look at the title.
Let me see. It's a book entitled The Lion's Pride.
I'm afraid I don't know any English literature at all, so it wouldn't be something I've heard. Well, wait a minute. The Lion's Pride? It's strange. I think I have heard of a book by that name before. Very recently, too.
It's a title I recognize too, Mr. Naruto.
Okay. I don't think there's anything else particular to look at. But that being said, actually, I'm going to save on that again now that we have that updated information. Okay.
Take that!
The evidence in question is what we can see from the newly presented photographic print of the crime scene. The fourth book found in the victim's hand.
Objection!
We have already discussed the fourth book at length. Other than it being in the victim's grasp at the time of the incident, no significance has been attached to it. Pursuing the matter further would be a flagrant waste of the court's time, as you well know.
Yes, I'm afraid, counsel, I must concur with the prosecution on this matter. When I afforded you this opportunity, you led the court to believe that the evidence in question contained a hitherto undiscovered clue. So I must insist that you elaborate, counsel. You'll identify this clue at once. Do I make myself clear?
Oh, yes, my lord. It's,
Mr. Naruhodo.
Oh, yeah, so I'm not gonna go on the topic very much because I don't want to get off topic or anything. But Psycho asked if I had seen the Digital Circus finale. And no, I won't talk about it. I won't spoil anything. But yes, I have seen it, and I thought it was really good. I liked it a lot. I have I have a lot of opinions about some things that people have been saying about it, and well, let's just say that I'm not very in agreement with a lot of those people. I enjoyed it a lot. That's all I'll say.
I believe the prosecution is trying to avoid a thorough examination of the evidence. Which means you may very well be on the right track.
yes, I think you might be right.
So, counsel, precisely where is the vital clue to this case, which the fourth book conceals?
I mean, I think it would have to be this.
Got it!
I would ask the court to observe the back of the book in question.
The back? What do you... Good gracious! It's been burned to a crisp.
So we have to ask ourselves,
Why was the victim clutching what is clearly an unreadable book? It's undeniably an extremely unnatural thing for her to have been doing.
Objection!
Unnatural, you say? And what's of it, my Nipponese friend?
Oh,
Were I to concede the point, if it bears no relation to the case, then there is nothing to discuss. So, should you wish to assert that this fire damage is some veiled clue as to what happened that day? Pray, do enlighten us on what truth does this charred book hide? A charred book. There's just one possibility here, which I can't quite bring myself to rule out. It's an outside chance, certainly, but worth a try. All right, I'll explain my theory.
Don't keep us waiting any longer then, Counsel. Explain this theory of yours. What are you suggesting that you can ascertain from the fire damage this sorry tome has suffered?
Hi, Bullseye Ray. Welcome, welcome.
Its owner. My lord, the burn on the back of this book reveals a startling truth. About the book's owner.
I beg your pardon?
But we already know who the book belongs to. The victim was gripping it in her hand as she fell to the floor, after all. It's obviously hers.
the question of how this book came to be in the victim's hand has yet to be answered. However, as to the question of who the book really belongs to, and where it originated, the defense has very credible answers.
Good gracious! How can you possibly...
Very well. I'll play along with this futile attempt to delay your inevitable demise. But do remember, the members of the jury may well burn you if your little gamble goes awry.
Counsel, the defense's response here is very likely to influence the final outcome of this trial. So, tell the court, who do you claim is the owner of the burnt book?
It was Mr. Garrett, of course.
Take that!
The answer is that the book belongs to the couple who own the house where the defendant has his lodgings. A certain Mr. and Mrs. Garritup. The landlords. And whether this is some extraordinary coincidence or some kind of fate at work, I don't know, but... Of all the people in London, one of the 6 chosen for jury duty in this courtroom today is none other than Mrs. Garritup herself. Oh my goodness! Me? I think you must be mistaken, sir. I'm not Mr. Garritup's wife. I'm his maid. Things would be so much easier if you would just drop the pretense. All right then, how about a simple question for you? Have you ever seen this book in Mr. Garritup's house? I would never presume to know all of the books he keeps, sir.
Objection!
This is outlandish behavior. This woman's the accused's landlady, you say? You implicate this hard-working member of the public. You besmirch her without a shred of evidence. Your actions are unforgivable.
Objection!
This is not mere conjecture. The defense happens to know that on the day in question, at almost exactly the same time as the victim was stabbed on the pavement below, another incident was taking place in the room on the top floor of Mr. and Mrs. Garritup's house.
Good lord! What sort of incident, Counsel?
A fire, my lord.
Afraid to say it was. Happened in the blink of an eye, you know. Whole place filled with smoke. Couldn't see a bally thing. Didn't take long for the fire to spread, of course. Bally furniture started going up as well. Worst of it is, I lost my favourite. We're called the Lion's Pride. The Lion's Pride.
By Jove! The very same title that that's the subject of this debate!
Oh dear me!
Objection!
This is
Risible? That is probably not how that's said. Actually, how is that said, though? I don't know. But I'm sure it's probably not risible. Oh god, sorry. Sorry, that really got me. Oh my god. That is how it's said? That is actually how it's said?
Oh my fuck. That's crazy. That's good. That's so. Oh my god. Okay, well, I mean, I did say it correctly then. That's really funny though. There's no way I would have been able to get through that sentence without laughing then. Oh god. Okay.
This is risible. All you've told the court is that a book by the same name was involved in a fire. In which case, it'd be reasonable to assume that it was burnt to ashes. And entirely unreasonable to infer that it magically removed itself to the scene of the crime.
Perhaps it would make more sense if I told you that the cause of the fire was marital discord. Without going into details, it appears that Mrs. Garrideb was considerably enraged. Apparently, she continued to attack Mr. Garrideb even amid the flames.
Oh, how awful. I can't even imagine being so horrid to the one you love. Can you, Rony?
Absolutely not, sir. My Patricia would never raise a finger against me, sir.
But all my favorite old novels in that case. But as soon as the fire got hold of them, that was it. Whoosh, up in smoke. And the wife started hurling things at me. There was I, up against a window, under heavy enemy fire. Incendiary books, incoming, 10 to the dozen.
The man had his back up against the window, and he had burning books thrown at him. Goodness gracious! Are you suggesting that the book was thrown through a window and landed coincidentally at the scene of the crime?
Objection!
No. A thorough investigation of the surrounding area was conducted the very evening of the incident, and there's no report of the Garrideb's window pane being broken.
That's quite true. We also saw no sign of broken glass when we visited the Garrideb household. But is it not conceivable that the window was open at the time and
Not even remotely. Let's not forget the season and the chilling weather that accompanies it. No Londoner would ever leave a window open in the middle of winter.
I mean, okay, you say that, and I don't necessarily disagree. But if your living space is on fucking fire...
Does the defense postulate this scenario in all seriousness, counsel? Do you earnestly claim that the book found at the scene was a flaming projectile thrown by Mr. Garrideb's wife?
I believe it's a possibility, my lord.
That's quite enough.
Who?
Ah, okay, yeah.
Well, I hope that everyone can see you for what you are now, you little foreign trickster. You call yourself a lawyer, but you're just a coward, a mean coward.
Really?
Claiming that our little tiff set the whole neighborhood on alight, honestly. Implying that I'm merely posing as a maid for appearance's sake. How could you? It's nothing to do with this beastly case, not any of it. All you've done is sully our family's name.
No, I assure you that was never my intention.
Dragging an upstanding citizen's name through the mud simply to divert attention from your failing defense. I should box your ears, that's what I should do. It's utterly unforgivable.
Too right. Here we go. How long have we sat here now listening to this Neepany spouting out his fancy foreign theories? But think about it. At the end of the day, the only person who could possibly have stabbed the victim is that little hunchback with the mustache. And he ran away from the scene, too.
I do declare you're right.
It's true.
Yes, what did I tell you?
Makes sense to me.
Sorry? What's that? Well, it would appear that the ladies and gentlemen of the jury are once again in full agreement. What is your position, Lord Van Zieks?
In truth, my lord, I feel these have been unnecessarily protracted proceedings. Then, one must always exercise patience in order to savor the best vintage.
No, wait! The mystery of the fourth book still hasn't been...
Books are your predilection, my learned friend. Study them on your own time. What, no forgive the discourtesy this time?
In that case, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, you will now state your individual decisions regarding the defendant's culpability for the court to hear.
Guilty!
Yep, this shit again.
Guilty.
Guilty. Guilty.
Gonna have to go through this again.
Thank you for that unambiguous response.
That's twice now. It's over.
Captain Salty with the 5. I love that Zeeks is trying to keep this trial on track with logic, but the sheer chicanery of this case is just not allowing it. Marital fire go crazy.
Mr. Naruhodo, don't give up. Mr. Sato? Have you forgotten?
Well, no, Sammy, that's not what I was saying. I wasn't saying that I don't like the summation examination gameplay. I'm just saying this shit again with them being like, oh, I heard one thing. I guess we all agree that he's guilty now.
The battle isn't over yet.
You're not suggesting...
Of course. The defense has the right to another summation examination at this point. You could still convince the jurors to change their minds. You have one more chance.
My lord, the defense asks to exercise its right to a summation examination. You believe you still have tricks up your sleeve? I don't intend to trick anybody. I intend to uncover the truth. There's no time to be downcast. As long as there's a chance, I have to stay strong and determined.
Alright, that's a bit to be continued screen. So let's see. How, for those of you who've played this game before, would you say the next section is about as long as this one? Longer? Shorter? Like, what are we looking at here? That's all I'll save. Longer? Yeah, pretty much. Almost there. Unsure. Next part should wrap things up, but I doubt you end it soon. So yeah, save for next stream, I think. Okay. Yeah, because I was trying to decide whether we just try to pack it in or if we go ahead and call this a stream, maybe. I have the impression that it's short, but could be wrong. Guess I should check. Oh yeah, like let's go ahead and have it checked real quick before I make a decision like fully right off. I'll answer AJ's question real quick though. Would you say that Deltarune is like Umineko in some ways? I would say that it's actually surprisingly quite like it in several ways. I'm fully convinced that Toby Fox read Umineko at some point, and there's evidence to suggest that he actually maybe has. Still a fair bit to the case. I think it's about 2 hours left. Okay. So yeah, I mean, like I guess then we probably got about halfway through the court proceedings this time. About the same length, bit shorter. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I kind of agree with Hermie on this one. If the final part of this case wraps up too quickly next stream, then case 5 can be started since that one has a lot of pre-trial. I kind of agree with that. I don't necessarily mean to like cut us off short or anything, but I'm gonna be honest. I am just kind of fucking tired today. Like, I got a late start. I just feel kind of out of it. I've been enjoying it, certainly, but yeah, I think if it's up to either, you know, trying to squeeze all the rest of it into this stream for another 2 hours, or just going ahead and doing it next time, and then, you know, doing a little bit more after that of like the beginning of case 5, I think that I would probably rather go ahead and do that. So yeah. Holy shit. Bork Laser with the $200. Here you go, make your money, girl. Thank you. Holy god damn Christ. Thank you so much. Holy shit, Bork Laser. God damn. Oh my lord. God, jump scared. Thank you so much. I really, really, really appreciate it. Okay. Wow, sorry, that flashbanged me a little bit. I was like, yeah, we're gonna go to the chat screen. Oh, Lord. Okay. Let's go back to title. Go ahead and save. Now that I'm back, you won't be missing those monthly goals. I appreciate that so much, really. I really, really do. Especially right now, honestly. It's you know. Anywho, let's go to the chat screen. We'll probably have some art to pull up, maybe. So let me go ahead and give that a look and see if we have that real quick. But yeah, I'm still definitely enjoying the trial quite a bit so far. It's definitely not my favorite case in the game by any means. There are some things about it, but I'm still enjoying myself. How many cases are in this game again? Actually, I don't remember. And I don't want to look it up because I don't want to spoil myself on anything. There are 5? Oh, shit. Really? Okay, there are 5. Goddamn. So the next one will be the last. That's crazy. Okay, that's interesting. That's interesting. So, yeah, I guess there are a couple memes that were submitted on Blue Sky, but those have more to do with the VN Friday streams, so I might save those for Friday's stream instead. But there is some stuff on Tumblr, so I'll pull that up. Okay, so let's see. I think that's it for that. So let me check the server real quick to make sure if there's anything on there. I don't think there is. Yeah, there's not. Okay, so it's just these couple of things then. Alrighty, let me get this pulled up real quick. Fan art. Boop. Alright. So, it's a couple memes submitted by I Am in Debt on Tumblr. Started playing through TGAA and remembered how Weezer coded the first cast witnesses are. That's a crazy thing to say. Also, why are you aura farming so bad, man? Someone's dying. That's the second pick that we'll show in just a second. But yes, look at my witnesses, dog. I'm going to jail. The fucking Weezer cover, losing my shit, and then yeah, this is the doodle. Prosecuted 100 people that die after I prosecuted them. 90. Nice. God. Why? Why? I do kind of agree, though, yeah, Vincent. It doesn't feel like this is a penultimate case at all. But if the duology was supposed to be one game, I suppose that would explain it. But yeah, very good, very good. Thank you for that. Very good. All right, well, I hope you guys didn't mind the slightly shorter stream today. I don't mean to duck and run or anything, or have been wrapping things up much sooner than expected, but I think doing things that way, saving the rest for next time and then starting case 5 at the same time would, that'd be fun. That'd be fun. So anyway, thank you as always for watching. I appreciate all of you very, very much. And as always, more Fate Hollow Ataraxia on Friday. Next Tuesday, we'll probably finally be finishing up Fullmetal Alchemist and the Broken Angel, but we'll see. And other than that, yeah. I got nothing. I'll see ya. Bye-bye.